how the famous court battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard shook the world. We look back on some of the highlights as we approach the start of the new year in 2022. It was one of the most well-known court cases in the world. Hollywood actor Johnny Depp engaged in a protracted legal spat with his ex-wife Amber Heard by filing a multi-million-dollar U.S. lawsuit in April of this year. For $50 million, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor sued the Texas-born actress for a 2018 essay she published in the Washington Post in which she referred to herself as a public figure symbolizing domestic abuse. Depp eventually won his case after an extremely drawn-out and unpleasant courtroom battle that lasted from April 11 to June 1, 2022, even though Heard did manage to win one countercharge. But what were the case's salient features, and how did it end? Why did the matter end up in court? In 2018, Mr. Depp filed a lawsuit against his ex-girlfriend over an essay she wrote about her experiences as a victim of domestic violence for the Washington Post, which, according to his attorneys, erroneously accused him of being the abuser. Depp has previously tried to sue the Sun for referring to him as a wife-beater, but the judge in the London High Court rejected his case. In July 2020, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor's ex-wife provided proof to support newspaper reports that he was a wife-beater. The article incorrectly indicates that Ms. Heard, 35, was physically and sexually assaulted by Depp when they were married, according to the actor's attorneys. Following the charges at the time, Depp, 58, said that it was challenging for him to obtain the same acting parts he once did. The article's title was "I came up against sexual violence and felt the fury of our culture. That needs to alter." Mr. Depp is not specifically mentioned in the piece. Heard's lawyers, however, have contended that she said the truth and that her viewpoint was allowed free speech under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. What charges were brought up in the courtroom? Depp asserted during the trial that Heard was the one who was violent during their relationship and that he never struck or sexually assaulted her. Heard said she had merely slapped Depp in self or sister defense. The allegations of abuse were made between 2013 and 2016, the year the couple separated, and the UK judge singled out 3 instances in which he claimed Depp had made Heard fear for her life. The 58-year-old actor also claimed during the trial that the allegations caused him to lose nothing short of everything, and that his ex-partner had done treachery by making the accusations. Heard spoke under oath about alleged violence she experienced from Depp in 2013 while they were on their honeymoon. Depp previously testified that Heard assaulted him physically while they were traveling. While married to Depp, Heard allegedly suffered from shingles and was losing weight and hair. Photos of Heard's alleged injuries and the aftermath of assault in the couple's apartment were displayed to the jury. Heard described in court how Depp allegedly sexually assaulted her and scolded her in earlier weeks. Depp, however, has vehemently refuted every accusation made against him and has instead claimed that Heard mistreated him emotionally and psychologically when they were married. What was the conclusion reached? Johnny Depp won compensatory damages of £8 million and an additional £4 million in punitive damages in the U.S. trial, which was based on ex-wife Amber Heard's Washington Post op-ed in which she claimed to be a public figure symbolizing abuse towards women. Heard, meanwhile, won £1.7 million in compensatory damages after convincing the jury of one of her counterclaims. Depp received $10.35 million in damages after the jury determined that he had been falsely accused. Heard won on one count and received a $2 million damage award. However, other people think that Depp's victory in Virginia was aided by specialized attorneys, a jury trial, social media, and targeting Heard. Elaine Charlson-Bredehoft, Heard's attorney, charged Depp's team with stifling evidence that would have been admissible in a 2021 libel action in the UK following the June judgment. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally started, Depp, 58, said in a statement following the June verdict. He also stated that he felt at peace and had been deeply humbled. What has occurred since the trial concluded? There were calls for the defamation case to be reopened and more closely scrutinized in accordance with English law, but these calls were never acted upon. Depp has made appearances since the trial was over, most recently at the MTV Video Music Awards, where he shocked the crowd by dressing as the Moonman. In addition, he announced a summer 2023 European tour with Hollywood vampires, and for the first time in 25 years, he will be helming a motion picture. Additionally, he participated in the Savage X Fenty fashion show's 4th iteration. According to NBC News, Heard submitted a brief in October establishing the framework for an appeal of the jury's verdict. More than 130 people, including Gloria Steinem, and groups working to promote women's rights, raise awareness of domestic violence, and stop sexual assault wrote an open letter in support of Heard in November. Heard declared that the defamation case had been resolved in an Instagram post on December 19 earlier in the month. "It's crucial for me to state that I never choose this," she said in her letter. "I protected my truth, and in doing so, I ruined my life as I knew it. When women come out, they are re-victimized in ways that are compounded by the vilification I have experienced on social media."